3 minutes to go. 3 minutes.
Жарыстың басталуына 3 минут қалды.
Please be ready for the first contest, Tatami 1, J1 M under 95 kilo. Tatami 2, J2 M over 95 kilo. Tatami 3, J1 women under 60 kilo.
Birinci ayналtırsan J1 795 salon derecesindeki sporcular. İkinci ayналsın J2 795 yolda salon derecesindeki sporcular. Üçüncü ayналsın J1 eğitim arasında 60 kilo salon derecesindeki sporcular ayналtırsan.
Well, a very good morning to everybody out there, and welcome to Astana and to this 2026 IBSA Judo Grand Prix here in Kazakhstan. And what can I tell you? We've had a great first day of judo yesterday, and saw some really good judo, good ippon judo, and it was right the way through the day. Of course, we'll have a final block. I think the final block is earlier today. It's around about 2 p.m. local time here in Astana. Beautiful city to hold a Grand Prix tournament. I can tell you it's a very modern city, renowned for its unique architecture, and it's a very beautiful city to hold an event like this. So we are just about to get underway. We have 3 mats, and mat number 1 is J1M under 95 kilograms. We're going to start with mat number 2, J2M plus 95 kilograms, J1 women under 60 kilograms on mat number 3, and you can just click on to any one of the mats if you want, and you don't have to have my commentary. I'm going to be on mat number 1 now, but I'm going to be shooting around, and if we miss any of the ippons on mat 1, 2 or 3, Matthias will just indicate with his finger and we'll go off, and we'll have a little look at that, see the ippon so we don't miss it. Difference between J1 and J2, J1 totally blind and J2 visually impaired, best way I can explain it. And then all the rules pretty similar to able-bodied. It's very much the same, except a little bit more lenient on the shidos for the edge of the area. Referee will call Jogai as they get towards the edge of the area, so they know to turn around, come back in, but they'll still play the rules and still sometimes drift out, and we'll try and identify those that do that. Hopefully not too much of that. Anyway, J2 plus 95 kilograms. This is mat number 2 we're looking at the moment, and so this is the second and final day of this Grand Prix tournament. J2s, well, sometimes they, and I'm talking about the athletes, get escorted out into the middle. Sometimes they can make their own way out into the middle. J1s, each mate, they will be escorted back to the middle section there, and that is important because of disorientation or the possibility of. They have to grip up. That's the difference between J1, J2 and visually impaired judo. They have to grip up and then they start. And away they go. We're the only match actually in the J2s where the first round is one match to be fought until they get to the quarterfinal stage. So everybody else is through, just this one match. Choi Kwan-jung of Republic of Korea is up against Karalalzadeh of Iran. And Karalalzadeh is in blue here. So Choi, quite a bit shorter than Karalalzadeh of Iran. So they have to attack just the same. They have the kumakata. They must use the kumakata. It's got to be positive, negative. They can go outside, come back in. If they're 2 feet or 4 feet outside the area, then the referee will stop it, bring them back. They haven't attacked these two at all at the moment, so they might just get a warning there with a Shido. And as you see there, Choi Kwan-jung escorted back to the middle. So being told now that the Shido is awarded. No attacks. So a Shido each for both of these fighters. Number 1 seed in the plus 95 kilograms J2 is Shukabekov of Kazakhstan. Got a couple of gold medals yesterday. They've done incredibly well, the Kazakhs. Trying to put them exactly in the central point now. They have to grip up. They sometimes juggle with the kumakata just to see who gets the positive grip. They can't start in stance. They have to be square with their feet and then away they go. So what happens is either they'll immediately attack on the hajime, or they'll immediately go into jigatai and then choose the moment. That's going to be a yuko. And that was a nice yuko there. Sasai Surikomiyashi there from Karalalzadeh. And Karalalzadeh then directly into the hold down there. It's going to be all over. It's Karalalzadeh that's going to go through. And he will fight Zogani of France in the next round. Well, he only got, I thought that was worth a Wazari there, but obviously just got a yuko for it, so he had to hold him for the full time. Sasai Surikomiyashi, oh no, she's absolutely right there. Yuko scored. When you see it back in slow motion, have a look at the landing, and well, she was right on it. She saw the line.
From Islamic Republic of Iran,
Karalalzadeh then through. So that's the quarterfinals sorted out in the first category there. Now we're going to go straight on to the J1 M plus 95 kilograms. We will be shooting from one mat to another as well, try and get just a lay of the land with everybody and to see. Well, we'll chase the Ippons actually, that's what we're going to do, we're going to try and do.
J1 men over 95 kilo. In white, Vivian Stella Rougeau, Brazil. In blue, Shahzod Khushmatov, Uzbekistan.
So immediately we go into the top 8 here in the plus 95s J1M, and you'll see that in between the mates, this is one of the differences, J1, J2, other than totally blind for J1, that when every mate that happens, they are escorted back to the middle by the referee. Diarajo Williams from Brazil up against Kushvaktov of Uzbekistan, and Kushvaktov is in blue to the right of our screens here. Diarajo in on the left, and Diarajo is the Paralympic champion and goes straight into the attack there, gets a score straight on top there, Diarajo, and holding there with Kazure Kamichio Gatami. He's going to turn it into Kezagatami, and he does there. So that was a great start, wasn't it? Diaraggio, the Paralympic champion, wearing the gold back patch on his back there, and he just goes straight into it. Even had the Udi Gatami there. This is it. Well, it was an attack there from Kuzvaktov, who failed one, and that's one of the problems there. It was Yokogaki attack from Kuzvaktov, and unfortunately straight into the attack, straight into the Newaza. The transition for Diaraggio was great. So Diaraggio through to the semi-final. We've got a semi-finalist already. Well, if we carry on like this, we'll be finished by 11 o'clock. Well, you can only hope it goes through that quick. It's not going to, of course it's not. Ali Navi of Iran is up against Zakiev of Azerbaijan, and Navi will be coming out. He will be in the white judogi on our left, and Zakiev of Azerbaijan will be on the right of our screens. The mat area depicted by the yellow midsection, the middle part that they've got to stay within, and then of course we have the 2 meter surrounding red area, which is the danger area really. It's the they can go outside into that as long as the technique starts inside both Tachiwaza and Newaza, then it's going to count. Navi in white on our left, gripping up here, and the great Zakiev here, still competing. Zakiev, after all the Paralympic champion, Paralympic gold medals that he has, and here he is, absolutely famous in Azerbaijan, Zakiev. I remember watching him winning the gold medal Paralympic Games, and he's fallen down and he's in trouble here. Straight away Zakiev just does, and the same happened. Zakiev attacked with a technique and it failed, missed completely, and now Navi was on top for the hold down, and he's going to get a score for that. Well, he went in for a makikomi there, Navi, and he didn't quite have it on. Zakiev tries to counter, and Zakiev fell onto his back and into a hold down. So how long did we see that hold down go on for? Well, it's got a Wazari, so it was from 15 up to and before 20 seconds. And a little clap there, Navi, just to let Zakiev know where he is, to grip up, and away they go again. So now the great Zakiev is going to have to try and pull this back. Well, the Paralympic champion Diaraggio then, when he got the draw through, that Zakiev was on his side of the draw, must have been a bit disappointed. There's the makikomi there from Navi. Navi does the makikomi, collapses and onto his front, and it's mate called. We'll have to start even with the feet, even with the kumikata. They'll still have a little jostle around though, just try and get more comfortable. Kumikata, of course, as we know, very important indeed. So now Zakiev knows that he's got to do something special here now. Yes, I was saying a story about Zakiev. He was on the rostrum, collected his gold medal, and the president of Azerbaijan was presenting the medals, and he pulled him onto the rostrum with him to present the medals. And well, you don't see that very often with the president of the country. Well, Zakiev again ambles back. Years of experience, still there, still fighting for medals. It is in the blood, isn't it, with the judo? Sometimes say to my wife, I say, I'm tired of judo, a little bit, and she says, no, you're not. She says, you're always looking at the judo. Always looking. You've always got judo matches on. You're always assessing, analysing. Well, it's still a long way to go, and still almost 2 minutes still to go. They're trying to stay in the area there. Joe Guy, the referee, shouting as they get towards the edge of the area, and that gives them then a chance just to turn back in. And that's exactly what we just saw there from Navi. And he must be listening to me and thinking, I'll show you again how to do that, how to circle back in. And we did have some drifters yesterday, drifting outside on purpose. Just holding on now, and definitely Navi is in the defensive mode now. He doesn't want to take any chances with Zakiev. Well, I think the coach there of Azerbaijan just saying to Zakiev, you've got to pull something out now. Let's have a little bit of action. Taking his time, Zakiev. A little bit of tactics there going on, I think. There's the juggle, and then in the end, the referee, if he's not happy, will put their hands where he wants them to be. And that can be completely foreign or barren kumakata, what you want. On the move into the last minute now, just going outside the area, then scooting back into the area here. Yes, and he gets a score. Zakiev gets a Yuko scored there, just manages to catch him going around in a circle. So he does a very low Seatoshi and drops down onto his knees. Zakiev gets a score back. Not far off the Wazari either, but it's still a Wazari to Navi and a Yuko for Zakiev. And this just happened on mat number one. A nice little, I think it was Sasai Surakamiyashi. Yes, it was. And beautiful control there with the hands. You can see that. And that was Zafak of Turkey with that nice Tewaza to finish it off. On the move now, and it's Navi doing it, and definitely pulled out the area there for the mate. Navi, a little bit more leeway given, especially to the J1s. He knows that, but that's fine. A little bit of tactics. It's the use of doing judo for so long if you haven't got tactics there as well. They're going to take a chance now, I think. Zakiev 25 seconds left. Could it be an early exit? In the last 8, and he's definitely on the way out there, and he's definitely pulling out there, Navi. And Zakiev tries sacrifice, and the seconds are ticking away, and this is going to be a really big surprise. With just 3 seconds left on the clock here, Zakiev will probably have one last attempt at a throw as soon as the Ajime goes. I doubt whether he'll have enough for Navi. Navi, of course, knows what's going to come, and he's going to be aware of it. Coach will have told him 3 seconds on the clock, and Ajime is it, and away they go. Just needs to hold off, and there was the attack there from Zakiev, but it's not enough, and Zakiev will have to fight for a bronze medal, I'm afraid. Diarajo against Navi in the semi-final of the J1M, plus 95 kilograms. Got the J1W under 70 kilograms happening on mat number 1. Taskin up against Berik. So a win for Navi, Iran, through to the semi-final. Sean Edwards is up next on mat number 2. He's going to be in blue, and he's going to be fighting Yerian Utapov of Kazakhstan. That's on mat 2. Ergasheva, Uzbekistan up against Abdazarova of Kazakhstan. J1W women's and plus 70 kilograms. That is on mat 3.
Next contest, quarterfinal J1, women under 70. In white, Prix. In blue, Uzbekistan.
Athletes arrive, and just being led out to the middle then on my left, Utapov, Kazakhstan in white, Edwards of Australia in blue. On my right, a little bit of discrepancy in their height, difference should I say. Oh, straight away, gets a Wazari straight away, Utapov, and almost Ukiwaza, wasn't it there, and manages to rotate Edwards onto his back. I don't think he's going to let go of this there. Gets a Wazari for the Ukiwaza, and, well, it was either Yokogaki or Ukiwaza. Edwards says, well done. Yes, I think more Ukiwaza. And directly into the hold down. Didn't let go of the lapels there. Rotates directly into the hold down. And that Ukiwaza there from Utapov scores the Wazari. Just needed 10 seconds for the Wazeti upon. And that's 10 seconds came from the hold down. Well, one more. in the plus 95s, J1. Onalbek of Kazakhstan. He's going to be up against Ulmas Rayamov, Uzbekistan. That's the next one up on, and we'll watch that one, this particular one, because then we'll be going on to the J2 women's plus 70 kilograms.
Rayamov, Uzbekistan.
Well, big height difference between Onalbek of Kazakhstan or Rayamov, quite a bit shorter. Reminds me a little bit of the Greg Mineta, that kind of squat shape. Strong Rayamov, you can see that, but Onalbek on the left in white, towering above Rayamov. Tries a very low Seonagi Rayamov and onto all fours there, and Onalbek on his back there, digging the hands in to try for the Shimiwaza. Mate called. Well, they didn't think a lot of the drop Seonagi there from Rayamov, and gets a Shido for it. And it is a difference, you know, with the hand movements there. It was definitely for the drop rather than the not attacking. Onalbek still to attack as well. Well, just went into a really upright stance there, Onalbek, and even taller. That was better there. Rayamov comes in for a left hip on Seonagi and just collapses under the weight of Onalbek. Still yet to see it. Big technique from Onalbek. A lot of posturing and pulling and pushing, but no big techniques. Now it's going to look for the Ukiwaza, I think, or the Sumageishi. What's it going to be? And it's Onalbek has the belt. Big arm over the top, and there's another drop there from Rayamov. Wasn't quite happy with that, was he there? Zakiev, the referee. Great heavyweight himself. That was much better there from Rayamov. Two Shidos on the board, and decides to open up with a big technique there. Big Seonagi. Interesting how they just take their time just to let the other one grip up first and then take their more dominant grip. Sure, they deny it, but it's not true. That's exactly how it is. Extreme jigatai from Rayamov there, bent over and looking just for that Siyanagi, and oh, that's on underneath the neck here. If he can get just a little bit of leverage, he just fell on all fours there, and the left hand of Onalbek there, right the way underneath the neck, and you could see it was on straight away. Can he get that little bit of leverage? It might be on. Yes, and he does. He gets the leverage there. Onalbek gets the hip on, and it fell underneath the neck for the Koshi Jimmy. Little dance there from Onalbek in the middle of the mat. He's through to the semi-final. He'll be fighting Utapov of Kazakhstan. Two Kazakhs then in the semi-final. And that's it. Good. Gonna pick him up then, I think he was. Well, indicating that they need to just give the mat a little white before the next fighters come out. It's going to be the J2 plus 70 kilograms, ladies. J2. So as you see there, the coaches just guide them back. So before this J2 gets underway, just a little update on what's happening on mat number 3. In fact, let's go to mat number 3, Mateus, and let's have a look at the J2 under 70 kilograms. And J2 under 70 kilograms here, we've got Marik of Kazakhstan there. Nice Tayatoshi from her straight away. And Marik directly into the turnover here for Sangaku Jimmy. And Marik is up against Dimitrescu of Romania. Dimitrescu is in blue. Marik is in white. She's the one that's opened the account up there for the attacks. Already big score up, Marek. There was Ari on the board. Dimitrescu will need something good. She's got the inside grip here, Marek. 2 scores on the board, and it's a Wazari and a Yuko on the board. So 2 Shidos for Dimitrescu. She's got it all to do. With 2 hands on. Extreme left, Marek. Kazakhstan. Uchimata wasn't far off. Nice Uchimata there. Dimitrescu was quite a bit taller. She just stepped over it. Nice Uchimata though. Into the last minute. Maldonado of Brazil, the number 1 seed, had a bye through to the quarterfinals, so the semi-finals. Possibility here now, and did well there. That's going to be a score, is it? I thought that was still on. Might get another Yuko. There's Yuko, 2 Yukos on the board already. Did well there to avoid any. Well, it was a nice technique from Dimitrescu. He really tried. 2 Yukos and a Wazari on the board there. 41 seconds to go. Now starting to go to work, isn't she, Dimitrescu? She says, I'm going to give this a real good shot. Uchimata! That's going to be another score, I think. Might be. Gets a third Yuko. Well in the lead here, Dimitrescu. Still don't think it's finished yet. Gonna have one more, aren't we, I think, from Marek. Oh, and that's it. Hosoda there gets another Yuko, and she was almost on the way there. Dimitrescu really had a good try there with that Osodagari, and it's all over then. Wazari and 4 Yukos, and that was a very comfortable win. But watch this. Osodagari, and she had to really brace against it, didn't she, there? But it was enough for Marek, who dominated all the way through. That was a bit of a strange one, wasn't it, there? And just overbalanced the wrong way, but other scores. Good win there for Marek. She'll go through to fight Maldonado of Brazil in the semi-final. Next contest up is Satar, Turkey, against Taylor Goens of Australia. And it'll be Satar in white and Goens in blue. Number 2 seed, Satar. That's why they're doing the world ranking now. It's so that they get a good seeding in the events, kind of seeds you away from the better ones. That's the theory anyway. It sometimes comes unstuck. Satar then, where they go, she's in white, to my left. To my right, Goens, Australia. Good try. Ochigari there from Goens. And that little turnover there was almost in there for the Sangaku Jimmy. Uzbekistan against Rafova on that number 2. That's a plus 70, J2. At number 1, it's Nukabayev against Bajenda of India. That's a J2 under 95 kilograms. Nice Makikomi, and not far off, and manages to get a score. Really is the lower end of it, isn't it, that? But now possibility. Oh, Gosen's needs to plug away, tries the Sasai Surakomiyashi. She's going to try the Ouchigari again. Soda Makikomi, and good change of direction for Satar, gets a Wazaris. And that, well, she tried the Makikomi and then changed direction completely there. Ouchigari, and follows it through. Now just needs to get that leg out. Is she going to work hard to do that? Need to tie up the top half first. And if Goens gets this wrong, and when she tries to escape here, then she will be held down. So if this knee comes out, that's when she'll have problems, Goens. This is the Makikomi, and then look how she changes direction there for the Ouchigari. The Soda Makikomi turns into Soda Ouchigari. Great change of direction. That's what judo's all about, isn't it? Readjustment and changing the direction, keeping control with the hands. So we want to see good kazushi, good suriti. Hikite, which is the big one that the Japanese talk about when they pull that hand in to finish it all off. That's a nice Ouchigari there for a Wazari, and Goens brings it back. Connects with one. Well, that's brought her right back into the running. There's the Ouchigari there, just manoeuvred herself on the edge there, started inside, so then of course takes her outside, but that doesn't matter. Well, needs to open up again, Goens. Very possible for that Ouchigari. It's a nice Ouchigari. Tries for that Soda Makikomi again. No change of direction this time. Into the last minute. Now up to Goens. We'll try the Ouchigari again. She just that little pull forwards there is the action, and then the reaction is the Ouchigari. Can she do it now? It's near the edge, and Jogai being called out there by the referee. And of course, the quicker he gets, the closer you are up to the edge. And there was the Ouchigari again. She went for it. 30 seconds to go. Goes to her knees, Goens. Now she gets up, making her way back to the middle here. Well, it's not over yet. Going to have another go. And definitely Satar just backing out there for a defense. 18 seconds to go. She's going to get Shido here now. Blocking out. Well, 5 seconds to put a last attack in. The seconds ticking away, and it's all over then. And that was really hard luck, wasn't it, for Goens, because Goens really gave it her best shot. Satar, Turkey up then. She goes through to the semi-final, J2, under 70 kilograms.
Екінші Намиде жеңіске Зарина Райымова жетті, Қазақстан. Бірінші Намиде жеңіске Ермек Нұрхабаев жетті, Қазақстан.
Last quarterfinal of this J2, under 70 kilograms, and we have the Golshan of India up against Kud Ba of Kyrgyzstan.
In white, Golshan, India. In blue, red look, Kud Ba, Kyrgyzstan.
Stay on this one for this, just have a look, and we'll go up and have a look at one of the other mats. Golshan, India, in white here, and away they go. Oh, and that's, I think that was a score, was it? Was it Tewaza? And she got straight into a hold down there for Golshan, and that was really, it was big hand movement there, I thought, and maybe they might have a look at it. Let's just have a look from here. Well, she looked as if she was going, no, probably not. No, that was a good decision. Golshan then, I thought maybe she'd used her hands there to pull her opponent onto her side, but it wasn't quite there. Lost control. But certainly Golshan in white. Looking for the Makikomi, not far off there. Big Makikomi came across. Kud Ba. She has got Golshan in a hold down. Well, that looked as if she did, and now she has, and she's got Golshan now going really mad to try and get out of that hold down there, and Kud Ba, it looks like she's going to do enough here. She's already held her now for a score, and it's going up. Wazari, and now the Ippon. Kud Ba then. That's the semi-final sorted out for that. Well, next, what have we got? Let's go to mat number 2, please, and have a look at Sugarbekov. Just finished now. Sugarbekov, then the world champion for Kazakhstan, with a win over Huang, Chinese Taipei. This was the J2 plus 95 kilograms.
In blue, Australia.
Just one more look at there we go. The Ashiwaza, then into the Osodagari, Kosodagari, and a lovely combination there from Sugarbekov. Taking through to the semi-final. Stay on this then. Nimruzi of Iran is next up. He's going to be in white to the left of our screens, and he's going to be up against Larminat of France. Big boom there, just went around the stadium. Something happened on one of the mats. That's 95 kilogram, J2. Remember, the J2s are the visually impaired, the J1s are the blind athletes. This to fight the current world champion, Zakiev, Kazakhstan, in the final. Just scooting outside the area, then back into the area, the Larminat of France in blue. Big high lapel grip, they've both got it. No attacks from either one, they might just both get penalised for that. Not one attack so far. Oh yes, and Ashiguruma, and that was a nice technique, wasn't it, by Larminat of France. Just catches the outside of the foot there. We're seeing more and more of the Ashiguruma, aren't we? Slight difference to the Haragoshi because of the blocking of the leg as opposed to reaping backwards of the leg. But Larminat goes a big score ahead. Wazari up there for him. He's in blue. Nimruzi, he knows he's got to do something here now. That was a good attempt there from Nimruzi, Uchimata. This is the Ashiguruma there that just catches the ankle and big pulling action there. It was on the edge of the area, but that was all right, started in. Big high lapel grip on the head, and he changed from the traditional grip to that and just kept it moving, kept it alive. 2:25 still to come. 2 minutes 25 seconds. Cavalcante de Silva, the Olympic Paralympic champion, is up on mat number 1 in a minute. We might go up and have a look. Oh, he's got it back. Now then, and he's going to follow it through, and he's got the hold down here. And it's Osai Komi there. Nimruzi there has pulled it back. He scores a Wazari with a nicely timed Uchimata, and then he follows it down and wins it. And Larminat was winning there quite comfortably. It's Nimruzi then. Of Iran who wins it. Nice technique. Uchimata follows it down to the Osai Komi, Kazure Yoko Shihokatami. Good opportune stuff. All right, let's go up to mat number 1 if we can. Just quickly, just see if we can have a look at the Paralympic champion here in white. Cavalcante de Silva, left-handed fighter of Brazil, in white, looking and just touching the outside of the leg there, just with the ashi, and just knowing where his opponent is. Abdiev of Uzbekistan is his opponent in blue. Looks very, very physically strong, Abdiev.
Representing France. In blue, Islamic Republic of Iran,
looking for the Ouchigari there, just didn't quite catch the leg right. He's got the Uchimata, and then he sets it up, Uchimata, then back onto the Ouchigari, onto the leg. He's the only one attacking here, for sure, Cavalcante. Oh, nice. Change of direction there from Abdiev, and does a Kozoragaki. And Cavalcante had to do an evasive movement to get out of the throw.
Winner in white, Judo representing Uzbekistan. IBSA World Judo Champion, Ambriva.
With they go, Shido each. They've both got to liven it up a little bit. Nice change of direction, and again Abdiev very close to scoring. He was almost in there, but saying that, he was almost countered as well by Cavalcante of Brazil. Now looking for the shimiwaza. Can he get it? He might be in there. He might be in, and I think it is in, and he tries to roll out there to avoid it. That shimiwaza is on. And in the end, he'll have to give it if gets that little bit of leverage. That's what he's looking for there. The referee getting very close to that. Shimiwaza is on. Ah, that was good transition there from Cavalcante.
The winner in blue judo, KAZ, Islamic Republic of Iran.
Yakışılan ikinci Yerler 95. yola salon derecesindeki sporcular. İlyas Magomedov, Şeki Vitar sporcu, Bahtiyar Dadayev, Uzbekistan.
That's going to be a score. And a Yuko scored there for Cavalcante, and he follows it down there for the offside commi. And now he has the hold down and does well to come out of that there, Abdiev. Now Abdiev on top of Cavalcante and trying to do the shimiwaza here, or trying for the Juji Katami. Paralympic champion does well to avoid. 2 Yukos now on the board for Cavalcante. Good change of direction there for the Koichigari. Gets good pulling action there and just touches the foot. Change of direction to the back for the Koichi and scores. This happened in mat number 2. Have a look at this. Big Sorigoshi. And wow, lovely. And it just goes across. I think he blocks the leg. More like Ashiguruma. Turns it into Tayatoshi as well. Massive ippon there on mat number 2. Two seconds left here on this tatami. Mat number 1, and it's Cavalcante, the Paralympic champion there. It's going to go through. All over then.
Eliminations Artur Cavalcante Silva cepte, Brezilya.
Next up on mat number 1, we've got Simsilia of Turkey, Andreski of the neutral athletes. Neutral Paralympic athletes, that means. Mat number 2, we've got Diarajo, Williams Diarajo of Brazil, up against Navi of Iran. Got Uslu Hajab Ipor of Turkey up against Duarte of Brazil. That's on mat number 3. So away they go. On your left, Simsilia of Turkey, Andreski of neutral athletes on your right in blue.
Krzyżowej Jura, 11 sędziową salą delegacji sportsza. Altwide, Milena Debritas, Brazylia. Altwide, Alfonso Bekwa, Kazachstan.
Doctor, please. Doctor.
Maybe we could just go to mat number 2 where we've got a Duarajo, the Paralympic gentleman. Oh, I think we've got an injury, yeah, okay. Thought they were just, okay, so it's Duarajo then winning in that match against Navi. Mat number 1 still then, Simsilia of Turkey and up against Andreski of neutral athletes. Well, trying the Sonamakakomi, Simsilia, just every time dropping onto his front there, and Andreski right behind. Semi-finals up already. Semi-final of J1 plus 95 kilograms. That's happening on mat number 1. So mat number 2. Let's go to mat number 2, please, and we'll have a look at this one from the start here. Semi-final then.
J1 95 cevap derecesindeki sporcular ağırlıklı sayısal yollamaşı. Utapov, Kazakhstan, Onalbek, Kazakhstan.
We'll try and go for the bigger matches as they unfold, and if it's semi-finals, we'll just go with the semi-finals. J2 plus 95 kilograms, Utapov, Kazakhstan up against Onalbek, Kazakhstan. So guaranteed a finalist here from Kazakhstan. Jura already through to the final. Good stance, Onalbek. Same stamp. I wonder how many randeries these two have had together. Quite a few, I would have thought. Judo each, Utapov and Onalbek. Sometimes when you get two athletes from the same country, they know each other really well, they kind of block each other out. Going to get the right arm over the top there, Utapov in white. And Onalbek just blocks him out. So it's just literally toe-to-toe, these two. Who's going to put themselves out and just go for it? Utapov, I get the feeling, is going to go in there. And Onalbek just waiting for it, waiting for a small mistake. Sianagi this time drops on his knees. Onalbek, Utapov, sorry, just walks around it. Second Judo for Utapov. Sianagi did it. It was good rotation, good attack. They get a little word with them, the referee there, about the Kumakata, I think. Again, dropped down, really hoping that the Sianagi would be enough. No hands though, and Utapov straight into the attack. J1's always taking just that little bit longer. Every mate got to be escorted back to the middle, and the J2s are the ones that are able to sometimes get their way back, make their way back into the centre. Might have the shimmy waza on there, and has he got it on? Is he? Well, if he's underneath the neck, then there's a possibility, but he won't be able to start anything on the outside. "46 seconds left, normal time." Simsilia of Turkey and Andreski of neutral Paralympic athletes is on mat number 1, and on mat number 3 here with De Freitas of Brazil in the J1 women's under 70 kilograms category. This semi-final, and that's happening against Silbakova, Kazakhstan. Two Shidos each. Got to attack now. Have to put something in. They'll get a warning, and it'll be a last warning that there's possibility that both could get a Shido if they don't open up and throw caution to the wind, you could say. Four seconds left on the clock. We're going to be an attack. And a golden score then.
Golden score. Шишо Нави женские Елена Прix тащат, Бразилия. Şinşanamiye Cilber, 50 жылға салмақ дәрежесінде халықтар сайысына жолдама. Велика Zoega, Бразилия. Ируса Егашева, Өзбекстан.
Really don't know which way this is going to go. I don't know if we can go Mateus to mat number 1, where Simsilia of Turkey just got thrown, and I'm not sure if you can capture the throw or if you have it. The match on mat 2, well, it's going to go into golden score, 2 Shidos each. There it is. Was that Uranagi? Just one more time, please. So Simsilia attacks, and Taniotoshi there. Andreski throwing with a beautiful technique. Nice to come back to that. Overreached, didn't he? And, well, he was waiting for him. We'll stay on this. Let's stay on this J1M, under 95 kilograms. Shall we? No, it's quarterfinal, so we've got to go to the bigger matches. Let's go to mat number 3. Have a look at that. Erika Zoega of Brazil, and she just scores. Just as we come in there, Ergasheva goes over and she's into the hold down, but it's too late. It's all over. Sasai, Surikomiyashi or Hizuguruma, I think it was a bit of a mix of the two. And manages, yes, more Hizuguruma. Nicely taken there, and a clean ippon. Lovely Hizuguruma, and that puts Zoega in the final. Stay on this mat for the J2 under 70 kilograms.
Maldonado, Brasília. Ayala Kazakhstan.
Two semi-finals here on mat 3 with the J2 women's 70 kilograms. On our left, Maldonado of Brazil in white. On my right, Ayala Mareka of Kazakhstan. Maldonado is the Paralympic champion. Looking very confident and very lefty as well. Looking for that front leg. Tries the Ashiwaza, tries the Hizuguruma. It's left to left. This is extreme left to left here for Maldonado. Sodaguruma Jimmy, and across the face, I think. Has that kind of air of confidence with her, doesn't she? Maldonado then attacks the front leg into the shimiwaza. That's on. Throws the hips forwards there and gets the submission there. And that was very quick there from Maldonado. Look at the... Well, it was Ashiwaza on the front leg there. Don't like to say chop down. That's not what I think it is. I think it's more of a technique, though, that collapses her for sure. And then directly, look at the left hand there, right the way underneath the neck. So that goes on immediately. She just drops on top there. Maldonado then into the final.
Şişli'de G2 eller arası 70 salma derecesinde ağırlıklar sayısına çoğulama. Yugo Tiderata, Türkiye. Aykırı Kudayberdiva, Kırgızistan.
Satar, Turkey on the left in white, and Kud Ba of Kyrgyzstan, her opponent, in blue. Second semi-final, Makikomi gets a score and gets a Yuko. Makikomi then straight away puts her ahead. Now looking for the hold down, trying to force her back onto her back. Kud Ba then does well not to go onto her back there. Oh, and it's all over. Ippon scored, and Haragashi, I think it was, or it was Makikomi, it was one of the two, or a mix of the two there. Satar, beautiful. Well, Ashiguruma, wasn't it? Ashiguruma, Makikomi, and that onto her back for the Ippon. Repechage matches going on as well. That's going to happen now. That was the Sona Makikomi. Let's go back up to mat number 2 if we can, where it's the J2 women's plus 70 kilograms semi-final there. Rebecca Silva of Brazil, the Paralympic champion, up against Jura of Uzbekistan in blue. And it's silver in white, Jura in blue. Semi-finals happening all over the place. Some repechage matches just being fought as well. The final repechage matches being fought, and the winner of those will fight the losing semi-finalists from the opposite side of the draw. That's the way it normally works. Makikomi. Abdul Kalikova, I think, just won a repechage match in the J1 under plus 70s. That was on number 3. This is the J2 plus 70 kilograms, and she's fallen into the hold. That was a massive mistake. We see quite a lot of that, don't we? They make a mistake, miss on the legs, and they fall onto their back. And Rebecca Silva is directly on top there and gets the Zakiev. Here's the sacrifice, you could say there. Falls onto her back for the Sumigashi, and Jura misses completely there. Rebecca Silva on her very, very quickly there. Kazure Yokoshokatami, and it's all over.
Rebecca Silva Brezilya G2 Eliminations ikinci sona derecesinde altın sayısına yol aldı. Çıkışta bileceğiniz ki Aliya Algıtalık vaziyette Kazakistan.
Meg Emmerich of Brazil is going to be up against Choi Guang Young. Sorry, no, Emmerich against Rafova of Kazakhstan.
The number 3 repechage, J2, women under 70 kilo. In white, Taylor Goens, Australia. In blue,
semi-final,
Golshan,
J2, women's plus 70 kilograms. Brazil have got a chance then of double finalists here in this plus 70 kilograms. Silva already through. Here we go. Tries to circle now, Emmerich, and they're just going directly outside the area. Both of these, Emmerich and Rafova, just straight towards the edge there. One more chance, and then I think the penalties will follow.
Number 3, winner in white, Judo, Taylor Goens, Australia.
Another semi-final about to happen down on that number 3. We will go over to it in a minute, which is the J1 women's under 60 kilos category.
The number 3 next contest is semi-final J1 women under 60 kilo. In white, Judo,
Quickly going through the rounds now, and she pulls us straight back in there, Rafova, and Emmerich trying to make a sharp exit out. Normally because of the gripping and the stronger Kumagata. What's the danger of being thrown? Feel it. Let's go to mat 3, please. Just have a look at the J1 under 60 kilos category then. Absided of Australia here against the world champion Ambriva of Uzbekistan. Uchimata there. This is under 60 kilograms. And an Uchimata gets the Wazari then, and that was a nice Uchimata change of direction there. The Uchimata wasn't quite central, but then changes the direction. Support leg on the outside, but then directs it backwards. Well, these are J1 60 kilo fighters. Remember, they can't see at all, and so that Uchimata, when it's going in there, she has to feel the way, and sometimes has to make the rear adjustment. There it is again, and Absided will have to do something. Still a long way to go here in this contest. Abdiev of Australia gets a Judo, not attacking, just passivity really. Ouchigari! Nice Ouchigari, and that was a second stab, but I think off the ground. So they're not going to count that, but great stuff here from Ambriva, the world champion, showing good form. Nice from Absided there. Gave it a go with the Ouchigari. Uchimata! And it's all over. Ippon then for the Uchimata. Catches it in the end there, doesn't she? And Ambriva, the para world champion, scores yet again there with the Uchimata, but hops it round and gets the Ippon. That's the inside grip. Look at the Suruti there, and also the Hikate with the sleeve there, pulls it down just to finish it all off.
Ambriva goes to the final. Round 2, men's repechage, J2 over 95 kilos. In white, Choi Wan-Wen, Republic of Korea. In blue, representing France, Zoega.
Another second, the second semi-final in the J1 60 kilos category then. And it again is the semi-final, second semi-final. The second semi-final is Elnara Abdazarova of Kazakhstan up against Caroline Dati of Brazil. Dati is on the right of our screen. She's wearing blue. Abdazarova of Kazakhstan is in white.
Doctor, please tatami 1, please, doctor.
Duarte circling. Ashiwaza now on the leg, and almost Tewaza there from Nazarova.
Representing the Republic of Korea, Choi, 1 win.
Yarışlarıyla G2 95 sala derecesi sporcular ağırlığı sayısında Jolomaş'ın Marcelo Casanova, Brezilya.
Well, circling again here. Dati just really oh yes, he gets the hip on. And that was great stuff there, because she was right the way underneath, puts her arms up into the air. Duarte was circling all the time, came in for a very low Seotoshi, and well, she came off the other shoulder and not the... So she comes in left-handed, doesn't come off the left shoulder, comes off the right shoulder, landed flat on her back. Abdazarova didn't have an answer to it. Wow. She goes forward then to fight the world champion in the final. Well, we say that a little bit of movement is the key, and it is the key, and adjusting to movement. So it's going to be an all Brazilian final. Right, let's have a look, see where we are. Repechage matches happening all over the place. Only semi-finals up on mat 1. Let's go to mat 1 if we can, please. Casanova of Brazil is up on the left-hand side, wearing white. And the J2 men's under 95 kilograms, he's just won it, Casanova. Uchimata was the technique, and he manages to hop it through to get the support leg in. And in the end, takes him over. So Kachikan Uchimata in the end. And it's Casanova, the winner. He's through to the final. Casanova of Brazil through to the final. We've got a second semi-final in this J2 under 95 kilos, and it's Inigo Gerboles Lopez of Spain up against Matmedkov Saidayev of neutral athletes, and he's in blue. So Duev left-handed. Uchimata! That's got to be the best Uchimata that we've seen so far. It was absolutely superb there. And a beautiful Uchimata takes Gerboles Lopez right the way over the top. Wow, what a terrific technique that was. Saduev, left-handed, hits the outside of the leg there of his opponent, and then as he does that, he swaps to the inside and he gets the lift for the Uchimata support leg. Look at the right leg here. The right leg is absolutely central, and the other one disappears right the way up between the legs there for the Uchimata, and beautifully finished with the hands as well. Great Uchimata, really was. Saduev then through. Wow, all systems happening, and we've got repechage matches now happening. So we're fighting repechage. I think we might have most of the finals sorted out. Just who's going to fight for third place now? We'll stay here on this match. We've got repechage, final repechage match. See who fights the losing semi-finalists on the opposite side of their draw. And it's got Amandule of Kazakhstan in white, Simsilia of Turkey in blue. Amandule of Kazakhstan attacking now with Makikomi, and Soda Makikomi tries to just wind his opponent over. It doesn't quite work. They go to ground there. Amandule is on top.
The winner in blue judo from Azerbaijan, Zakiev.
All J1 matches happening on each of the tatami now. Anybody who's just joined us, welcome to the 2026 IBSA Judo Grand Prix here in Astana, capital city, brand new city as well it is. It's capital city of Kazakhstan. Almaty used to be the capital city, and we had Grand Prix and Grand Slams there before, but now this brand new city is taken over as the capital.
On Navi 3, last repechage, J1, women under 60 kilo. Here we have in blue from Turkey, Merve Uslu Hacabipur. Silva, from Rayamov, unable to compete.
Mandule trying sacrifice there and almost landed in trouble. Still in trouble a little bit because Simsilia was on top in there, was a mate called. One more semi-final has come up. It's going to be on mat 2 in a bit. It's not quite there yet. Shukabekov of Kazakhstan will be up against Nimruzi in the J2 plus 95 kilos category.
All contestants on the Navi 3 are over.
Gain with the Makikomi. Simsilia of Turkey persisting with that Makikomi. No Shidos on the board either, which is, well, a good thing, of course. But if anybody's going to get a Shido, it's going to be Amandule. And he does. So he gets the Shido there because Simsilia is the one that's attacking. Mat number 3, all over. It's finished. That was close. It was really close there. He did a Makikomi there. Amandule almost scored with that.
Daddy Evv semifinal J2 men over 95 kilos.
Semi-final about to happen. Then we'll leave this reportage match. We'll let you know what happens with that one. Let's go to mat number 2, please, where we have Shirkenbekov of Kazakhstan in this J2 plus 95 kilograms up against Nimruzi of Iran. Two semi-finals then. Right to right. World champion from Kazakhstan then. Shirkenbekov tries the drop Siodoshi. Wants to go the opposite side here, Shirkenbekov, but the right arm of Nimruzi is too physical, too strong. Look how Nimruzi is pinning the sleeve of Shirkenbekov, so he can't get good control of it, keeping it down. Good tactics. Now he tries the Sodi Surakomigoshi there. He almost catches it as well. Nimruzi gets Shido. Well, he wasn't far off with the Sodi Surakomigoshi there, Shirkenbekov. So we'll see if he goes again on it. That's what he wants. That is why Nimruzi is keeping his sleeve pinned. Still get the feeling he's going to pop it across in a minute, any second now. Shirkenbekov in white. Red back patch clearly on his back. Going to be Shido. So this time Shirkenbekov is going to get a Shido, and also Nimruzi will get the second. Starting to go to work now. Shukambekov now deciding to go to work.
Birinci karşılaştırma oynayacağınız Ablay Abdiev verildi. Kazakistan.
Doing well. Tries the Uchimata this time. Nimruzi. Well, this is a good fight. This could have been the final. Doing well here, Nimruzi. Deciding to take the fight to the world champion, and that wasn't far off. Change of direction this time. Koichigari this time for Shukambekov. Talk about action, reaction. Good pulling action there. Suddenly goes on to the inside of the foot. Yes, that's nice. That'll score a Yuko. And that was a really low Sirtoshi off the sleeve then, right the way on the knees, and that was a score with a minute to go. And it was a nice one too. Full of conviction. Look at this, change of direction. So always wanted that Sodi grip, and this time instead of going lift pull from a standing position, drops right the way underneath. But just because he had the sleeve doesn't mean it's Sodi Surakomi. It's not Surakomi. Surakomi is lift pull, and that was dropped right the way underneath off the sleeve. He's going to go again, I think. Yeah, there he is. So with less than a minute to go, the clock was still ticking there. Extra couple of seconds. Making sure Shukambekov, everything is in order there. He doesn't want to give any more of an advantage to Nimruzi if he wants. He doesn't want to do that. And that's good stuff here. That's a second Yuko there for Shukambekov, but only because Nimruzi really taken the fight to him. So good old battle this is. 30 seconds to go. Seconds ticking away, and I think Shukambekov realised that Nimruzi needs to stand up. 25 seconds to go. Last few seconds then, into the last 20. It's not over, not yet. Shukambekov definitely on the retreat. Good attacking stuff there from Nimruzi. Really fighting him hard. 5 seconds to go. Well, that was a great effort there from Nimruzi. Shukambekov then manages to hold off. That was a harder fight than he thought it was going to be. Oh, that was excellent, wasn't it? Really was. So Kirill is up next for Iran, and it's the second semi-final of this J2 plus 95 kilograms. His opponent will be Daddy Evv of Uzbekistan.
Amateur semi-final J2 men over 95 kilos. In white, Judo Mohammad Reza K. Rolanzadeh, Islamic Republic of Iran. In blue, from Uzbekistan, Dadiev.
Kirill Harasada of Iran then in white, Dadiev in blue. Kirill is quite a bit taller than his opponent in white. Dadiev, oh, really nose to nose then. They're taking their grip, and it's Hajime, away they go. Two really strong men, you can see it there, the physicality of it. Oh yes, Ashi was up, and Wazari scored. Nice, Kuriyashi Harai there, and Cavalcante. Sorry, Kirill Azadeh of Iran into the hold, and it's Kazure Kamishokutami. It's all over. Kirill Azadeh then with a nice little Kuriyashi. I think it was more Diashi, wasn't it, on one foot, but it was nice. It was certainly a Kuriyashi movement there. Catches the front leg and follows it right the way down. Love Ashiwaza. Kirill Azadeh showing how important Ashiwaza is. Keeps control of the hands all the way down as well. And Kirill Azadeh is in the final of the J2 men's plus 95s. So we got J2 repechage matches going on mat number 2. We've got semi-finals. We've got 2 J1 semi-finals on mat number 1. So if we could go to mat number 1, please. We'll have a look at the J2 95 kilos. And the Olympic champion, Cavalcante de Silva, Paralympic gold medalist, is in white, left-handed fighter, very, very confident here, up against Andreski of neutral Paralympic athletes. Just waiting for the Uchimata Osodagari, and he almost went onto it, almost. And Andreski then was waiting for him just at the bottom there. He was kind of waiting his time, but Bilané was now coming from Cavalcante. Looking for the turnover. Cavalcante, he's going to get it, and he's going to go directly into the hold down there. Look at that, and Karakatami's got, just pushes the leg out there, and it's Osai Komi. I don't think he's going to come out of that, is he? J1. 95 kilos. So a nice, comfortable way through for Cavalcante. Paralympic champion, showing why he is Paralympic champion. Well, it's going to be between Golami of Iran and Pavel Selivanov of neutral Paralympic athletes. The winner of that will go through to fight Cavalcante de Silva in the final. Nearly there then for the preliminary rounds. Not many matches still to come. Few. And we're going to see one more semi-final, I think. Two more repechage matches happening. And then we'll have a little bit of a break. We'll start at 2 p.m. for the final block. Musa Golami of Iran will be in white for this J1M under 95 kilo semi-final, and he'll be up against Pavel Selivanov of neutral athletes. Golami in white to your left, and Selivanov, neutral para athletes, is in blue. And away they go, left to left, by the looks of it. Trying to attack the inside of his opponent's foot, Golami, and then he will just take measure for an Osotogari, I think. I think that's what he's measuring up for. Have to feel it through the feet. Golami is the one that gets a Shido, while they both get a Shido. Selivanov gets one too. Mat number 2 now, all finished, I think. The Choi Hwang-don of Republic of Korea just won his repechage match against Makhmadov of neutral athletes. Osotogari, and that's what he was setting him up for there all the time. That's what he wants. He wants the outside of that leg there for the Osotogari. And, oh, nice. Look at that. Change of direction completely there. Selivanov there takes him over for a Wazari, and that was really nice. I think it was Sumagaishi, I'm not sure, but we'll have a look at it in a minute. Well, that caught him and me completely by surprise. We'll look at where he lands. There's the, well, it's Tominagi actually. So the left foot went right into the central point of where the belt is, and well, we saw quite a few yesterday and the day before of the Tominagi with the sweeping leg as well. Have a look at the right leg there. The right leg there just sweeps across at the same time. Nice. Well, he knows he's got to open up now, Galami. So Wazari down with 2 minutes to go. A long way to go still. Oh, Sonigari, yes! Oh, and he was right the way in. Nice judo. Nice techniques there from Galami. It's Ochigari, Osodagari. Well, tried it again there. Tominagi didn't quite come off. Wow, that was close there. Osodagari there, and he went onto his head. And I think the referee was looking at top table there to say, well, was that dangerous or not? It did look a little bit, didn't it? I think a penalty is going to ensue now. I'm not sure who's going to get it. I think Galami, if anybody. Just good attack, but a bit dangerous. Well, he gets accused of going onto his head there. The coach is up in arms, and so it's Onzogamaki, Selivanov of neutral para athletes is going to win it. They got to think about health and safety. They really have, and you know, it was just a little bit too much onto the head. Not a good thing. Right, just one more match to come here. It's J1M under 95 kilograms. It's a repechage match, final repechage match. Turgan Abdiev, Uzbekistan up against Tilek Amadule of Kazakhstan. And there's one more after this, I'm sorry. And then it'll be all over, waiting for tonight's, or this afternoon, and the final block. Abdiev in white, and straight away a big attack there from Mandule, Kazakhstan, and I thought Abdiev was going to come on top. He is going to come on top, try for the turnover. Abdiev in white and Mandule in blue. That was nice, like that. Nice little drop onto the knee there for the Ochigari there from Amandule. Back to the middle here, and the referee shouting Zoega. Hasn't got the upper part of the body. Even if he takes that leg out now, got to tie up the top half first and then take the leg out. Right, so Zoega was called. They both just drifted out. Nobody did anything, so kind of tells you sometimes. I mean, if Zoega's called, then kind of tells you that they don't want to come back into the middle. Oh, and look at that. Sorogari there. Oh, sorry, Haragoshi tried, didn't he? And, well, he got taken backwards there for a Yuko scored there. Referee was right on it. But Taniotoshi, I think it was there by Abdiev. Might change it. They're not going to change it. Abdiev took him back. I like that. And that's going to be a score, is it? No, it's just straight into the hold down, though. He can just get that leg out. Uragatami, and he just holds him there. A little bit different to Yushiro Kaskatami. He turned his head towards the legs. So Uragatami just head right directly back. And just going to hold him now. He's not going to let that go. Abdiev then is going to be fighting for the bronze medal. He'll go to the final block. And this was the Taniotoshi, and quite rightly so too. The referee was right there, saw that that was only a Yuko. Right, one more to go, and a little bit of a break. So for anybody who's joined us, we will be back here at 2 o'clock local time here in Astana, which is Kazakhstan, and I think there's 4 hours difference to the UK, and it is 3 hours in Europe, rest of Europe. J1, under 95 kilograms, last repechage match. Ablay Adilbekov of Kazakhstan up against Samet Safak of Turkey. This is the last contest to decide who's going to be fighting for a bronze medal. J1. Two strong guys, you can see that. Physically strong. Oh! Beautiful Ashiwaza to finish it all off. And wow, Kuriyashi Barai. And he just swept the feet away there. I thought he was going to touch the ceiling. Watch this. One movement and then the sweep. One and the sweep, and it went onto the opposite foot, actually. Normally it's the foot that's going away or the feet that are going away from you. Went the other way and suddenly switches it. What an Ashiwaza to finish on. Beautiful stuff there. A Kuriyashi Barai. He takes both feet and he reaches the ceiling. It was a great finish as well. The hands directed him back, directly onto his back there, and we finished the morning session with a massive ippon. That's enough. That's enough from us for this morning session. The second morning session gone very, very quickly. We're going to be back at 2 o'clock local time here in Astana. So join us for all the medal matches a little bit later on. Goodbye for now.